Good morning again. Judy, can you stay there a minute? I've already said a few words, but I have a few words I want to say about this lady. Number one, she's shy. You notice she sat down right away. I'm just surprised she didn't sit down behind somebody so I couldn't see her. But as you look around our beautiful church and you see the beautiful quilts that our sewing group does, this is something that the women of Emmanuel look forward to every year. And there's a reason why we do that, besides seeing all of you wonderful women and men. I don't want to Jamie out. But Judy starts next Monday at our meeting looking at what we're going to do next year. So this is planned a year and ahead, and she thinks and she thinks and she thinks, and then she sits all winter. You know those beautiful little coasters that you got? Judy made all those.
Oh my goodness.
She does something every year that she can make that our group of people can take home with them. Now, the little teapots, the little paper teapots, we all put together, and the little napkin holder and silverware holder. But she always does something that's very special for you ladies. So, Judy, would you please stand up? Just in case none of you know who she is, this is Judy Lee. She is our inspiration, and she is our creator for this event. So, Judy.
I got to say one thing, though.
Thank you.
One.
I have a Women of Emmanuel board that is amazing, and I could not do this without them. I mean, I appreciate them so much because one person can't put on the retreat. I mean, it takes a group. So I would like for all of the ladies that help with this, even if you're not a member, you are here helping, you're taking dishes. Please stand, Women of Emmanuel, and anyone that has helped with this retreat. We would like to recognize you also.
Okay, ladies, stand up. I think I heard her say stand up. There might be some still in the kitchen. But as we all have been through COVID since 2020, you know, it took a lot out of us, but boy, the minute we said, you can go with this, she had it going. Judy, thank you so much. If you want to leave now, you can, but I hope you don't. I'm Wanda Lee Ross, and I am on the board of the Women of Emmanuel, and we're kind of now at our point where we all run it. We don't have any necessary presence in this, that, and the other, but we do all work together. Great group of women. Really enjoy it and appreciate having the opportunity to not only serve the women in our congregation, but the women all over Lincoln, and even if you're not from Lincoln. Thank you for being here. As you know, we have had some wonderful breakfast items at the table, which you have received, and I hope the teapot, the napkin holder, and the coaster that you all got one. If not, please make sure you get one of all three of those before you leave. The theme for this year's Women of Emmanuel retreat is called Faith Flutters in Our Soul. Well, I got to thinking about that, and I thought, well, I wonder what that relates to. Well, it relates to butterflies, and we know that because Judy put a butterfly. I think also there's a butterfly in your little teapot, so you want to get your butterfly out and wear it. I have a butterfly on also, and I said this to Judy yesterday. I said, well, I thought about butterflies and wondered if they talked about butterflies in the Bible. She said, well, she couldn't find it. Well, I was able to find something. So I'm going to read part of this because I think it's really unique and something that we can all take home with us. When I looked up what does butterfly mean in the Bible, I discovered You might not find the word butterfly in the Bible, not directly, but you find verses that describe a very butterfly-like transformation. Butterflies are considered a powerful symbol by many Christians. The story of the butterfly journeys from a lowly caterpillar to a beautiful, bright-winged butterfly parallels a lot of themes found in the Bible. They carry several messages of positivity. We all want to be positive. Love. We all want to share our love. And the virtues of forgiveness and patience. So when you look at your little butterflies, think in terms of those 4 things. But then there are 9 other things. Creation. Well, the good Lord was our creator. Butterflies for the Bible represent a renewal. They live as caterpillars, build their cocoons, then literally break down into a goop, and that's what it says in the thing, a goop of cells, and completely rearrange themselves to become butterflies. In 2 Corinthians, this is explained as, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old is gone, the new is here. Other biblical words associated with the butterfly are togetherness, patience, transfiguration, resurrection, prosperity, God's love, forgiveness, and transformation. And there were pages, but I figured you wouldn't want me to stand up here. You'd rather listen to the girls, so I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter then. The monarch, now we all know what the monarch butterfly is. But monarch means ruler, and the monarch butterflies are the kings of butterflies. And Jesus is called the King of Kings. There are many similarities to the journey in the life of a butterfly, especially the monarch butterfly, to our journeys in life as a person. They are here to remind us to cultivate our spiritual self, which is as important as our physical self. And that's what we hope today is a place and an opportunity for you to look at your spiritual self. But if you get a chance, look this up. What does butterflies mean in the Bible? Because it says a lot about how we live our lives, how we feel our lives, and how we get through some of the trials and tribulations that we do. And all of us with God's love. So, having said that, I want you to sit back and relax. And I am going to introduce this wonderful group of people. Again, Judy was the one that discovered them for us and brought their names to our meeting. And we said, we're going to go for it. And we got lucky. So I'm going to ask Wanda to come up now. I've made a connection already. My name's Wanda. Their mother's name is Wanda. Guess what? My mother's name is Wanda, too. Wanda, would you like to come up, please? So as we listen to just see if your faith flutters in your heart while we're listening to these young ladies. Now, you know, sometimes you get, unfortunately, and Judy again, so Wanda, you sit with them. Oh, I'm always happy to sit and talk. She's a mother of 8. My mother is a mother of 8. Both Wandas, so anyway. Just some interesting facts that you learn when you get to visit with people. I'm going to have her take over and introduce her daughters. And I think they're each one going to share something with you about what they have been doing this past summer.
Good morning. Good morning. It's always nice to meet another Wanda. I was just speaking with a friend this week. I'm like, I didn't have a lot of Wandas growing up in school with me. So I said, when I meet a Wanda, it's always a sweet connection. But my name is Wanda Gibson. And one thing very special about being here, I told the girls I'm excited. I grew up 14 years of my life in Lincoln. So went to Northwest Grade School, junior high, and then my dad left and went to pastor somewhere else. So I have very close connections to Lincoln. So anyway, enough about me, but we are blessed to have 8 children, and these are 3 of our girls who travel, do this full time, and I know they'll tell you a whole lot more about what they do, but you girls want to come up, and I can introduce Alicia is the first one on her way up, and Caitlin and Catherine, and I don't know if they'll say something now or as they sing. A lot of times they connect things with songs, so I'm going to let them take over, but thank you all so much for having them.
Are you feeling alone, like you're so out of place? so excited about being here today. And it was such an honor to already get to have breakfast with some amazing ladies and eat the amazing food. We want to say thank you so much. And I'm just going to take a second to introduce us. All the way over there to my right is my sister, Cabrin. This is my sister, Catherine. And I'm Alicia. And as he mentioned, we are 3 of 8 kids, and we are from Jerseyville, Illinois. And just thank you so much for having us today and let us be a part of this amazing day.
It's been another day when it seems like faith eludes me. Everything's been so confusing. Fear got the best of me. Now I'm lying here worried about tomorrow, 'cause the weight of everything I don't know is so heavy I can't sleep. But the truth remains the same, even when I don't know what to pray. Then what I know is you, my God, are real. No matter how I feel, you never let me go. And what I know is there will never be a day you are just a breath away. Through it all I've got a hold to what I know. I could throw my fist in the air demanding answers, but in spite of all the questions, I'm still giving you my life. And if it doesn't turn out like I think it should, it doesn't change the fact you're always good. Your ways are higher than mine, and the truth remains the same, even when I don't know what to pray. Then what I know is you, my God, are real. No matter how I feel, you never let me go. And what I know is there will never be a day you are just a breath away. Through it all I've got a hold to love that's never failing, to hope that keeps on saying, carry on, carry on. What I know is you, my God, are real. No matter how I feel, you never let me go. And what I know is there will never be a day you are just a breath away. Through it all I've got a hold to what I know. Gonna hold to what I know.
Us girls have a lot of fun traveling around together as sisters, and we do a lot of different things with the veterans, with the military, and one of the programs that we're involved in is called Honor Flights. Has anybody here ever heard of Honor Flights? It's amazing, isn't it? Yes. We are so privileged, and as girls actually get the honor. We actually just went Wednesday, got to go on an honor flight, and we dressed up in World War II like uniforms, the Army uniforms. We go on the flight. Usually we get to the airport around 4 in the morning, and we get there, the veterans get there, and there's usually about 70, 80 veterans that They have a charter flight, they get on the flight, we all fly over to Washington, D.C., spend the day over there. Us girls get to sing just at the different monuments, the different places, and but the most amazing part is you get to hear the veterans' stories. A lot of them will open up and talk to things. They'll have their daughters, sons, grandkids with them, and they'll be like, you know, all their life they've never opened up and told us these stories about their different platoons, about the different people they served with, and you just are surrounded by heroes. I mean, we are just, you cry the whole time. It's the most amazing thing, and we're truly honored to get to be a part of that. So while we're over there, we do a lot of songs from the Andrews Sisters, songs from the 1930s, 1970s, that we just kind of mix the different patriotic songs, the different combinations, the Christian songs, and but it's so neat. So we're actually going to do some of those for you today, so I hope you enjoy them.
He's in the army now, blowing release. The boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him love his bugle boy, his Uncle Sam. They really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cat went out and dropped to the band. And now the company just when he plays release. The boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Achoo, achoo, achoo to the attitude. He blows an 8 to the bar. And boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the basic guitar is playing with them. He makes the company jump when he plays release. The boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. And when he plays boogie woogie bugle, he was busy as a blues bee. And when he plays, he makes the company jump 8 to the bar. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. To the attitude, to the attitude, he blows an 8 to the bar. He can't blow a note if the basic guitar isn't with them. He makes the company jump when he plays release. The boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
Anybody out there recognize that song?
He puts the boys to sleep with boogie every night and wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet because they know what he plays. When someone gives him a beat, it really breaks them up when he plays release. The boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Da 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 da. The company jumps when he plays release. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Hello, railroad. Is this a railroad? I want a one-way ticket down to Tennessee. I'm leaving immediately. Chattanooga, here I come. Pardon me, boy. Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? Right on track 29. That's on the Tennessee line. I can afford to board a Chattanooga choo-choo. I've got a fare and just a trifle to spare. You leave the Pennsylvania station by 3:45. Read a magazine and then you're in Baltimore. Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer than to have your ham and eggs in Carolina. When you hear the whistle blowing 8 to the bar, then you know that Tennessee is not very far. Shovel all the coal in, gotta keep it rolling. Woo woo, Chattanooga, there you are. There's gonna be a certain party at the station.
an amazing country. And one of my favorite parts once at honor flights is once we get back to the airport, sometimes the plane can be running late. It can be 11 o'clock at night, midnight. Sometimes it gets in the right time. But no matter what the time, we get back, and there's usually about 1,000 people or more there at the airport with their kids, with their families, there to welcome our veterans home from Washington, D.C. And a lot of them, it's the welcome that they well deserved, but they never got. And so it's just such an amazing and powerful moment. And we wouldn't be where we were today and have the freedom to get to go and sing, to get to do what we love, just our everyday safety of life with our family, if it wasn't for all the brave men and women who have fought, some currently fighting, and some gave the ultimate sacrifice for this great country. And also for the families who stayed home and prayed for them and waited for their every answer. You know, that was a big part of it too. And we have a nephew that's in the Army right now, and you know, just waiting to hear different things and different stories and just praying for them. So we want to say, dedicate this next song to all of those who have served, and those who gave the ultimate the sacrifice and who are currently fighting for us.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, God shed His grace on these only and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Glory, 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 hallelujah, glory, 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 hallelujah, oh glory, 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 hallelujah, His truth is marching on from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles. Ooh, little by little my heavy heart sings. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that sting on my nose and eyelashes, silver wine winters that melt in the springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dove writes, when the bee sings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Sisters, sisters, there were never such devoted sisters. Never had to have a chaperone, no sir. I'm here to keep my eye on her, caring, sharing every little thing that we're wearing. When a certain gentleman arrived from Rome, she wore the dress and I stayed home. All kinds of weather, we stick together, the same in the rain or sun. A few different faces, but in tight places, we think and we act as one. Those who've seen us know that not a thing could come between us. Many men have tried to split us up, but no one can. Lord help the mister who comes between me and my sisters, and Lord help the sister who comes between me and my man.
Now, having sisters is very nice. Like today, for instance, we all just went to Alicia's closet and borrowed all her clothes, because Alicia has the cutest clothes. True story.
All kinds of weather, we stick together, the same in the rain or sun. A few different faces, but in tight places, we think and we act as one. Those who've seen us know that not a thing could come between us. Many men have tried to split us up, but no one can. Lord help the mister who comes between me and my sisters, and Lord help the sister who comes between me and my man. Sisters, sisters, sister, don't come between me and my man. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So won't you please say hello to the folks that we know? Tell them I won't be alone. They'll be happy to know smile, 'cause it's been a while. It's been like a whole day since I stopped so you could hold me. This child awaits, strong in the faith. Lord, you are the refuge that I just got to get to, so I won't let a day go, won't let a day go by without thanking you for the joy that you bring to my life. And ooh, there's something about the way your sun shines on my face. It's a love so true I can never get enough of you. This feeling can't be wrong. I'm about to get my worship on, take me away. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. When trouble seems to rain on my dreams, not a big deal. Let it wash all the bugs off my windshield, 'cause you're showing me in you I'm free, and you're still the refuge that I just got to get to, so I won't let a day go, won't let a day go by. So put the drop top down, turn it up, I'm ready to fly. And ooh, there's something about the way your sun shines on my face. It's a love so true I can never get enough of you. This feeling can't be wrong. I'm about to get my worship on, take me away. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. I've got no need to worry, I have no room for doubt. No matter what's coming at me, you'll always be the beautiful I sing about. There ain't no limitations to your amazing grace, your amazing grace. And there's something about the way your love shines on my face. Oh no, I can never get enough of you. This feeling can't be wrong. I'm about to get my worship on. I'm gonna sing a brand new song. Yeah, I'm about to get my worship on. Take me away. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
Us girls got the opportunity to go to Israel back in May for 10 days, and that was such an amazing experience. We actually shared a lot of our stories this morning at breakfast, and we had the opportunity to sing at a lot of the different places over there. Of course, in front of it, we had to sing at the tomb, got to sing where David and Goliath fought, just a whole bunch of different places over there. And, you know, over there, it was just seeing the Bible come to life. You know, you saw pictures, you hear stories, but once you get over there and see it, it is amazing. But one of the places that we got to sing was on the Sea of Galilee. And so us girls really prayed about what song to sing there, because there were so many miracles and so many things that Jesus did there at the Sea of Galilee. And of course, one of the stories was when there was a terrible storm and the disciples were all afraid, and Jesus was asleep on the boat. And the disciples were kind of confused, like, how could he sleep in this storm? And of course, Jesus wasn't worried. He knew everything was going to be fine. And so Jesus got up, and of course, he spoke peace, and the storms and everything just was completely calm. And even the disciples, his own friends, were amazed at him. Even though they had seen so many miracles, I think each time they saw a miracle, they were still amazed at him. And that's kind of how it is in our life. You see Jesus working so many times and so many miracles and so many prayers and answered prayers, sometimes not even the prayers that the way that we want it answered, but it's still amazing to sit back sometimes and watch how God takes a situation and makes it so much better than we could even imagine. So this was the song that us girls have prayed about, and just all of us had on our heart to sing at the Sea of Galilee. Because no matter what happens, what we're surrounded by, what goes on in our life, when God's there, we are never alone, and he always speaks peace to our soul.
When this life has overwhelmed me, shelter, I am safe within your hands. Oh, you are my help forever. I will not fear. God, you are with me. I know you're near. You'll never leave me. I will trust in you alone. When I'm broken in the silence, I can hear you whispering. You're not alone here in this trial. I will hold you faithfully. Oh, you are my help forever. I will not fear. God, you are with me. I know you're near. You'll never leave me. I will trust in you alone. And when my heart and strength have failed me, my God, you won't. Your name is mighty. I will trust in you fortress for the weak, the strength that carries me when I am on my knees. The cross reminds my heart to trust your faithfulness and love will always be enough. Oh, you are a fortress for the weak, the strength that carries me when I am on my knees. The cross reminds my heart to trust your faithfulness and love will always be enough. I will not fear. God, you are with me. I know you're near. You'll never leave me. I will trust in you alone. And when my heart and strength have failed me, my God, you won't. Your name is mighty. I will trust in you alone. I will trust in you alone. I will trust in you
I'm gonna change our schedule a little bit here on this. I do want to take a minute and mention that we do have CDs with us. They are 15 each. We have, Kevin's got a model for us, our Christmas album, which is Christmas songs. Has some vintage and like traditional, Christmas. Then we have our project Every Moment, and it has 2 songs. This is all gospel, and it has has 2 songs that actually Alicia wrote on there. The next one we're going to do is actually one that she wrote. We have our Vintage, which is all songs from the 1930s to the 1970s. And then it was like Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, Favorite Things, Mr. Postman. And then our latest project is Variety, and that is half gospel, half vintage. As Alicia mentioned earlier, we get to do a lot of things with veterans, military. So we wanted to do a project that we could still give the gospel, but still have those fun songs that they love, you know. And this next song that I'm going to talk about is that Alicia wrote. And, you know, growing up, us girls always felt like singing is what God had planned for our lives. We felt like it's what He wanted us to use to be an encouragement, to bring a smile to people's faces. But the most important thing is to shed His gospel, to share His gospel to everyone. And, you know, as we got older, we tried to do projects, we tried to get managers, we tried to do competitions, and it just seemed like everything we tried to do just kept falling through. And we just could not understand, we're like, you know, God, if this is what you want, why isn't it happening now? Pretty much we wanted it on our time schedule, and we were trouble understanding why it wasn't working. And, you know, as we started talking, Alicia started writing down the lyrics to this next song. And, you know, sometimes we take for granted the everyday little blessings that God gives us in our life because we want the big things to happen. We miss out on those moments with our family, our church family, our friends, because we want the big things. And, you know, since she wrote this song, I try not to take anything for granted, whether it's just us girls sitting there drinking coffee and talking, a shopping trip, no matter how small. Sometimes we're just sitting on the couch, we're not saying anything. You know, those moments, though, are good moments. And, you know, it's funny to look back now because we now have this song on a CD. God worked out a project, and He's used this song more than what we could ever imagine. And how many of you in here have Facebook? Okay, so if you have Facebook, if you do not follow the Gibson Girls, we do have a Facebook page, and literally just in the last month, we don't know what happened, but one of our videos reached over 3 million views. And yeah, we are very excited, and you know, we were kind of just blown away, and Catherine came in, because you know, we put up a video every Tuesday at 11:30, just us sitting on the couch playing. Catherine plays guitar. We just want to try to do something to be an encouragement to everybody every week. And so we just kind of started that. And Catherine came in, she was leaving for work, she woke me up, it was like 6 in the morning, she's like, Cameron, our video has like 10,000 views, which we were like, wait, what? That was a lot. So then by that night, it had reached 100,000, and we were blown away. And, you know, it's crazy to look, you know, sometimes we don't understand God's timing, but God has the perfect timing. Right now, like, that's just our videos we never would have thought. Like, we got excited if 20 people watched it. So we were like kind of blown away. We're like, wait, 3 million? Whoa. So, you know, it's funny but God has the perfect timing for everything. So I hope you enjoy this song that Alicia wrote. It's called Little Things.
You're 8 years old, can't wait to be 13. That day comes and all you can do is dream of driving that car and being sweet 16. Oh, life will be great after you graduate. Just goes on and on. So one day you stop and wonder, where is the time gone? Enjoy every day, take in every moment, 'cause once it's gone, you can't get it back again. Spend more time with those that you love, for every day of life is a gift from above. And while you're waiting on the big things, you're missing out on the little things. The little things that make
so much for having us. It was truly an honor to get to be here today and for making us feel so welcome. And as I mentioned earlier, sisters, we have so much fun traveling together, singing together, even practicing together. You know, you get 3 sisters together, and sometimes it's like 2 in the morning. We're trying to work out an arrangement for something, you know, we're trying to work out different harmony parts, and we're big coffee drinkers. So, you know, we have a little bit too much coffee. One sister starts laughing, and then the other sister starts laughing, and then I just can't keep them in line after that. It's just, actually, I might be the worst, but we have so much fun. Just everything that we get to do, and we're so honored, and thank you for making it possible for us to get to do this. And we truly, thoroughly enjoy every opportunity that we get. And our main prayer is that our music not only is encouraging and inspirational to everybody that hears, but our main goal is that we can share the most important thing to us, and that's our personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And it's not about how good you are, all the great things you've done, even going to church, all those things are great. But it's about believing that God sent his only son, Jesus. He died, he was born, lived a perfect life, died on the cross for our sins, and then he rose again on the 3rd day. And everyone who puts their faith and trust in him and asks forgiveness of their sins can spend an eternity with him in heaven. And each one of us girls at one point in our life have made that personal decision to have Christ in our life. And that's the whole reason we sing. We can get up here and have fun and sing, and we do. We have a blast any chance we get, but we feel like if we didn't share our main goal, that our music would all be in vain. And you know, in a world that we're living in, you turn on the news, and a lot of times it can be kind of discouraging. It seems like there's bad news all around us. But in a world where you just don't know, there's so much uncertainties everywhere we go, one thing that will never change and that will always stay the same, and that's the gospel of Jesus Christ.
We're turning over every stone, hoping to find salvation in a world that's left us cold. Can we get back to the altar, back to the arms of our first love? There's only one way to the Father, and he's calling out to us. To the captive it looks like freedom, to the orphan it feels like home. To the skeptic it might sound crazy to believe in a God who loves. In a world where our hearts are breaking and we're lost in the mess we've made, like a blinded light in the dead of night, it's the gospel that makes a way. It's the good news for us all. It's greater than religion. It's the power of the cross. So can we get back to the altar, back to the arms of our first love? There's only one way to the Father, and he's calling out to us. To the captive it looks like freedom, to the orphan it feels like home. To the skeptic it might sound crazy to believe in a God who loves. In a world where our hearts are breaking and we're lost in the mess we've made, like a blinding light in the dead of night, it's the gospel that makes a way. Forgiveness when I know I deserve the fault. It called me out of my darkness and carried me to the cross. In a moment my eyes were open, and that moment my heart was changed. Like a blinding light in the dead of night, the gospel. Oh, to the captive it looks like freedom, to the orphan it feels like home. Yeah. It might sound crazy to believe in a God who loves. In a world where our hearts are breaking and we're lost
and God bless you.
I think I'm speechless. I don't know how Judy does this, but she does it. We sit there and listen to them, we could probably listen all day. We're kind of mesmerized. But when I looked at the theme for today, faith flutters in my soul. If these ladies couldn't do it, somebody doesn't have faith. Girls. You know, it would be great if we could share this with everybody in Lincoln and Mount Pulaski, all over the county. And I would be really happy if sometime we could get something together to have these ladies come back, but share it in such a way that it's open to everybody in our communities. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Does anyone out there have anything they want to say? I know I can't say it all, but we all have to agree. This was a phenomenal performance. It got to our hearts, our memories, because some of us remember some of those songs. Well, we may not have been around in the 30s, but we may have heard the songs. But it was just absolutely a very faith-giving thing to us. You are successful. And I do hope that we can all share by getting some of your audio tapes or your CDs. So you'll be here for a while? Okay. So again, thank them. Thank you all for coming. We did recognize some of our ladies, and I don't know if they're back in the kitchen now working or exactly what they're doing, but I do want to offer some thanks to some of those people. And I have looked around. I think last year we had a couple of gentlemen here. This year we have, I think, one gentleman, Jamie. Jamie has been at Emmanuel, I think, since he was born, kind of. He's been the president of our congregation for a number of years. He's always here to do things that we need him to do, as is today. And Jamie, we greatly appreciate you and all of the service that you have done for me. We do have one more part of the program that we're going to be doing. Oh, I do want to recognize, I don't know, are the sewing ladies all here, or are some of the sewing ladies still in? Sewing ladies, you know, the people that do the quilts, are you here? I see one hand. Where's Rosemary? Okay, Sue, would you please stand, please, ladies? They meet on Tuesdays, and I'm not sure exactly where we are right now with the number of quilts that we have made. Is Barbara here yet? She usually has them counted. Do you know how many quilts we have done? These will be taken in October. I think the last count I had was close to 200, but I know last year we had over 200 quilts that we donated. So if you take a look at these quilts, they're absolutely beautiful, and they do it every year, and they...
There's 220.
220 this year. So, you know, they're here and they put their faith into these, and the congregation does help donate some of the material and supplies that they need, but these ladies just have a great time, and they make such, you can tell how much they want to be here doing this, because they are just beautiful, and we will donate those in October. Have I left anyone out? I think I've got Judy, Jamie, quilts. one more thing. Again, before we close, I think this is one of the most rewarding retreats we've had. We are going to close our program, and that will be done by Karen Irwin. Where's Karen? Karen is going to be playing, you'll play the organ, right? Are you playing the organ or the piano?
The piano.
The piano. And we are going to sing the song, page 748, underneath the quotes in the blue hymnal. And the song we're going to sing is 748, Bind Us Together with Love. Thank you again for all of you coming, and hopefully next year you will keep a little mental note that we do this the second Saturday in September, and we hope that you can bring other guests with you. I don't know if we can get these girls to come back again or not, but I wouldn't mind it. Okay, and would you please, I'm going to say a real short prayer before we do the song. So I hope you will bow your heads, and I think, well, I say short prayer, but one that we all know, our Father who art in heaven. So please stand and bow your head and join in prayer with me, and then we'll sing. Our Father
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you.